Hi gamers and creators, my name is Hamiduza and I am an environment artist. In today's video, we are diving into the Stylized Modular town package I prepared for the Epic Game Marketplace. Join me as we explore the usual use of the modular assets in the designing environments and unveil the blueprints I crafted for more organization and efficiency in your project. So let's get back into it. So for the start, let's go to the static mesh folder. We have this some buildings types. I'm gonna for example in the type A. Things what we are doing as a designing environment is usually having the each pieces on the scene, snap them to each other and put them side by side to create our unique environment. I find it myself kind of like a little bit hard sometimes to match each pieces one by one and place them into the right position. Like what you're seeing right now, I'm trying to kind of like make it a perfect view. And let's go have some doors here. Some shader, let's add on top. And I can just duplicate it, having these pieces. Let's just add more design into it. Okay, as you can see, each part needs to be in the right place. Copy, duplicate. And for example, for now, when we're done with this part, and I'm kind of like going to have it in a different levels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as you can see, I have 13 objects here selected. If I'm going to duplicate them for the second floor or the third floor, so in total, if I want to select all of them, they're going to be kind of like 39 objects. So let's just leave it as it is and start using the blueprints I prepared. Let's go into the blueprint folder, creating, and we have two different blueprints. One of them is 10 meshes, the other was has a 5 meshes. Let's grab the 10 pieces mesh here, place it on the scene, and as we get look into it, we can see that we can assign 10 different meshes into this blueprint. Let's start with the mesh number 1, and I'm going back into the static mesh and grab the first mesh and place it here. Unclose it. I'm going to the mesh number 2. I'm gonna use the other mesh here. So we have some options here for the transform, rotation, and scale. I'm going to open the actual mesh, static mesh, and if you take a look at it into the approximate size, you can see it's at 500, at 48, at 30, 100. So at the 500, so I can move my mesh and a 500 unit into the excesses. It can be either like a positive or negative 500. Let's go with the 500. Let me close it. For the mesh number 3, I would like to use this blur here. For my mesh number 4, I would like to have it this one here, and I'll move it into the 500 as well to have it in the middle. For my mesh number 5, I would like to go into the other folders to the wooden parts. I would like to have a shader here. I can move my shader to 640 to make it align to the other shader there, and I can rescale it. And again, move it a little bit to the right. For mesh number 6, I'm going to have a door here. Let's move the door to the right position, so 150, and I can push it to -10. I'm going to open a mesh number 7. We move it forward to find the right place, 250, and we push it back to -15. My mesh number 8, I'm gonna use some of these pieces here. Number 9 again, move it forward, and 350. Mesh number 10, which was the 500, because each pieces of buildings are 500. So the scale, let's change it to like something like 0.6 for all these wooden pieces. So as you can see here, I'm using one blueprint which contains 10 different static mesh, and so easy. I'm just gonna grab it and move it top. Pardon me. So now it's gonna be easy, just replacing meshes with a different mesh. One by one, we open up and change each mesh. Like for example, we can keep the blurs, like the mesh number 3 and 4. For number 5, I think I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm just resetting the axis scale and move a little bit to the left. Let's just have it at like a 0.9. Move it like 70 to 30. Mesh number 6, we don't need it. I'm gonna reset it because it was door. Mesh number 7, also the door. I'm gonna reset everything's inside it. For mesh number 8, also I'm gonna reset 9 and 10. So on a mesh number 5, we have the shader. Let's find it in our assets folder. Grab and put it. Let's copy the numbers here and move it forward to where we want to keep it. 530. For the mesh number 7, like we can use another piece here. For the mesh number 8, also another piece, and move it 500. Still we can use the number 9 and 10, so let's get back into it. Use these corner pieces here. So it's on the top, let's just move it on the z-axis, like -300 if I'm correct. Yeah, let's just open up the mesh and see the height of the mesh. Yeah, it's 300, so kind of like a 300. I think it's good. For this one also 500 and the right, and -300 here. So we already have the second blueprint with the another 10 objects inside it. I can duplicate this one again. I can go back, find the meshes, and just change them to whatever I want. Easily, I can just, instead of picking up the something like 39 object, I can just hold it, rotate it, and have the side pieces as well. Yeah, so this is the blueprint we can use for it. There isn't other options inside this blueprint if we want to use it. Like for example, I'm going to check the sides here, or let's just have a copy of it to make some things different. So just imagine we have these buildings, but we wanted to use the same assets that we are using, but this time with a different color. I think the other one will be better here. Yeah, we can use the sign lights. So let's go to find a mesh. Open it, double click to open it, and then check the material slots to see how many slots and how many elements does this material have. So the first part, it has the only one material in the slots. So in the blueprints details panel, we have the material index, so which is it has all right now, it has 0 elements. I will add a 1 element here. I'm going into the material folder. I'm going to the concrete. We have a bunch of different material instance from the concrete. We can just drag and change the material here, and yeah, as you can see, as I drag it, the material is changed. Let's do that for the other part as well. So let's open up the mesh number 2 here, double click to open it, and you can see this one has 5 material slots. So number 1 is the wood, number 2 is the wires, metal pieces for the shader, number 3 glass, another wood parts, and the last one is the concrete. So what I need is kind of like I'm going to create 5 different array here. I'm going to the material folder and change the number 5. If I want to change the, I think it's kind of like a, let's just change the wood as well. So we can go again to the material folders, to the woods, and again we have some different woods here. I'm gonna use the other wood to change the wood. Let's go into the glass folder. We have another instance for the glass. Let's change the glass as well. So I forgot which number was the glass. So I think let's just open it up and keep it open. Okay, the index number 3, that one is the glass, and we change the glass here. Cool. So what do we have on the mesh number 3? We have just only one slot. Create it. Go to the concrete folder and change it. For the number 4 as well, we can just create one index and change. Number 5, we have the shader. Well, let's open up the shader. We need 2 material slots here. I'm gonna create 2. I'm going to gain wood material folder and change the wood to give us to have a same color. We have a doors here. We can open up doors. So like for the doors, I think I'm gonna keep the color, but for the wood, but I'm gonna change the number 3, the glass. I'm gonna create 3 different slots. Go back into the glass folder and change the number 3. Or how about to just change the wood door? Let's just change it with the other one. Number 7, change the static mesh, having 3 different array element. Go back into the glass folder and change the number 3. As you can see, it's so easy. You can just create your own unique pieces in a one inside blueprint, and you can change the materials easy. All you need is just to check the each blueprint, each static mesh has how many material in the slots, and the slots you want to change it, you just create the number of the slots you want and just change that index. Like I told you before, it's kind of like it is for the concrete is under the index 3, so we need to have a 3 to 4 different array, and then just change the index 3. There is also another kind of the blueprints here, static mesh in this project, so we can use. Let's go into the create blueprints and have these pieces here. I'm going back in again into the buildings, but this time I'm gonna use the type B. If you grab any of these type B meshes here, you will see the actual mesh has a distance between the pivot and an actual mesh. Some of them are so closer, some of them are so far. We have like three different distance between the pivot point and the actual mesh. So let's just pick up our blueprints. I'm going to static mesh number 1. I'm going to use kind of like the B12, B13, and B14 and B15. So I pick and drag it into the static mesh placeholder in my blueprint for the mesh number 1. For the mesh number 2, again I use this one, but this time instead of using a transform, I'm start using the rotation. So I'll rotate this in 36-degree. I'm going to the mesh number 3. I will add this one, and in this one, like I will move it minus 36, maybe to have it on the other side, or we can go like all into the one side. Like let's just change it into the 72 to have it on the other side. Going to mesh number 4, I'm going to add another 36 into it, into the 78. It's gonna be 1.8. Yes. For the mesh number 5, let's just change it. So I'm adding another 36-degree into it. 144. Add another 36, 180. 216. Number 9. 288. And the last piece, I will go with a minus 36. Okay, we have the first piece here. What I'm going to do is I will drag another blueprints here, or actually, you know what, I'm just duplicate this one. I'm just make a copy of it and put it on the side, but this time I'm going again to the wood parts. One by one, I'm going to start changing the meshes. Mesh number 1, mesh number 2. And number 10. Now we can copy the position and paste it here. So we have two blueprints here. I'm going to select both of them, move them on top, and for the first part, let's just first change the wood, and then we can change the mesh. Now we can give a different variation. I can duplicate it again. I can change the mesh, or I can rotate it. Can go back into the wood parts. Can have one of these. I'm gonna select again the third floor. move it up. I can rotate it back. Let's have a roof. So easy. Yes. And again, the process of the changing the material is the same. I'm gonna find, double click it, and see I have the one slot here. Let's change like the second pieces with something with have some glasses to see the difference. Okay, we have three difference, and the number one is the concrete, number two is the wood, and the number three is the glass. Let's create three different slots. Go back into the material folder, start with the concretes, change the concretes. First one. Let's go to the glass, change it to green, for example. Oh, sorry. The glass was number 3, and the wood is number 2. Yep. Yep, that's it. And then this is how you can have the different type of the buildings here. So here in this asset, if you take a look at it, you will see we have the packet level actors. So the thing is, you can go inside each package, go for the edit, and you can see that they all made the same way I explain it. It's kind of like having a different meshes for each floor. They placed inside by side. Yeah, all different blueprints with the different meshes. Or kind of like if we can explore like this one, kind of edit. Like I have one single blueprint for the walls, another blueprint for these pieces, and as you can see, each blueprint hold one side. And like, let's take a look at something like this one, or maybe this one. Let's take a look at it. The first blueprint, the second one, second floor. So this is the video for today. I hope you like it and enjoy it, and you find this blueprint useful. Thank you so much. Goodbye.